Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the senior minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, my husband, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and the Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2026, we are celebrating the 41st anniversary of Hotspots magazine, with Queer News Tonight sharing over 14,000 stories and 12 million views so far.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. Questions and calls for accountability for Trump. The Queer God Squad responds. A March 20th, 2026 Queerty report details a double whammy of legal political pressure facing Donald Trump regarding his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. The first major development involves newly released Department of Justice documents, which were initially omitted but surfaced following the Epstein Files Transparency Act. These files contain summaries of FBI interviews with a woman who alleges Trump sexually assaulted her when she was a minor in the 1980s. Simultaneously, Senator Ron Wyden has sounded the alarm over a previously secret DEA probe dubbed Operation Chain Reaction. This 2015 investigation reportedly targeted Epstein and 14 associates for drug trafficking and money laundering. Wyden alleges that Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche recently intervened to block the DEA from releasing unredacted documents related to this probe. The senator suggests this interference may be an attempt to shield high-profile figures within the Trump administration from scrutiny. Together, these revelations have reignited calls for accountability, with critics accusing the administration of obstructing congressional investigations into Epstein's criminal network and its potential connections to the president. A lot of shenanigans going on, a lot of mischief. And for a long time. I think some of this goes back decades, and the more they get away with it, the bolder they get, and then the more they get away with it, the bolder they get. And now it has penetrated the halls of government. There have always been shady people in government, but now we say, well, there's some good people in our shady government. I mean, the ratios have switched. And so what can we do? I know we feel helpless and overwhelmed sometimes, but what happens when someone says something, it creates all these ripples. One woman tells her experience from 100 years ago, and there's all these ripples. It ignites a chain reaction. And so that's what we can do. We can do our one little thing, but do it bravely, do it consistently, do it out and in the open. It's called bearing witness. Hey. What we have to do is not close our eyes, not bury our head in the sand, not pretend we don't see what we see. So 3 things that we need to do in this, and really every moral crisis and problem of oppression or injustice or dominance, is we need to do 3 things. 1 is bear witness. 2 is name the harm. And 3 is tell the truth. Those 3 things. If we will do those things, every time something like this comes up, we are part of the solution. Bear witness. Don't turn away. See it. And then if what you see is harmful, name it for what it is, and then tell the truth about it. I think that's how we're going to get this back. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Maybe not enough people do it to win at the end of the day, but it will never happen if we don't do our part. And so right now, we see you predators and you people who are using government to line your own pockets and to oppress other people, and for you to get away with crimes that other people's lives would be ruined for. In fact, your victims' lives are ruined. We're seeing this now, and we're not going to pretend we don't see it, and we're going to name it for the harmful thing that it is, and we're going to tell the truth about it. And I hope everyone will join me in that. I really think that's the cure.
I think a part of telling the truth is to ensure that people don't forget what's going on. I just think that this president, more than most presidents, does things to in public to hide what he was doing in private. And I'm talking specifically right now about what's going on in Venezuela, going on in Iran, and projected to go on in Cuba. The things that he doesn't serve the American people. It's not serving what we need to have happen. And I think that too often he does things to push Epstein off of page one, but it doesn't work. The other part of that is, yes, I believe fully and just all the way to the end of time that the president was involved in these terrible events. And I'm wondering how it is that only one person, and a woman at that, is in jail because of all of the craziness that happened in the Epstein years. You can't tell me that some of the people who sit on Capitol Hill, who sit in his cabinet, who sit on administrations that he has put there, I cannot believe that none of them were involved in the Epstein mess, and I can't believe that we can't find out how to put them in jail where they belong.
Because she is 100% culpable. I mean, she belongs there.
Absolutely.
But she should be there with probably 30 or 40 men.
Yeah, she should be pointing the rest of them out.
You know, accountability can really be difficult to come by when there is so much interference. We need to keep at it. We need to keep bringing it to attention and not be distracted by the other things that were out there. And I will just say one thing about this Epstein thing. If they had just believed the women.
Hallelujah.
If they had just believed the women, yeah, would this even be on the table?
Well, and it's a sex thing, it's a race thing too.
Oh, yeah.
Cesar Chavez, one complaint.
Yep.
Then turns out, there's 2 or 3 others, completely canceled. Streets are being renamed already. Now, I'm not trying to defend him. If he did it, then he should be canceled. And if women say he did it, we should believe them. But notice how the person of color gets the immediate response, whereas these rich white guys, we don't know that they'll be held accountable ever.
Nothing.
I think that's the same note as on the note of calls for accountability. You know, let's look back. We can go back to Watergate.
Yeah.
We can go back to the Iran-Contra affair. We can go back to the Clinton eras. We can go back to Desert Storm. Now, all these presidentials had investigations to clear or to bring to light stuff that they need to be held accountable for. This guy just doesn't want to be held accountable. And I think that as much as he can wag the dog, that whatever he thinks that we will follow down the rabbit hole, all the rabbit holes continue to lead back to this right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if there's anything that I would think any president would want to do was to clear his name.
Yeah.
Either right or rather wrong, clear his name. This will be the stain that will be on this administration's for the rest of eternity. If there has been any good that he has done, this is what he would be remembered for. And all he had to do was simply say, I did it, I apologize, hold me accountable, let's take care of this. But there's been distraction after the distraction after distraction, but all of them keeps coming back to this. I don't care how much he bombs another country, takes out another sovereign, try and solve another country. Everything that he's done is going to come back to this right here. It's the greatest American cover-up.
And his self-defense mode, while he's trying to protect himself, we are in grave danger.
Hello.
I read this just today from what is normally a credible source. I didn't research it past that, so if I'm wrong, forget this. But I read just today from a usually credible source that the World Health Organization is training its staff what to do in the case of a nuclear disaster, because things are that rocky in Iran that they think that they may have to be responding to something like Chernobyl. That whether Iran sort of launches a weapon to defend themselves, although we've been told over and over they really don't have that kind of capability, certainly not anything beyond their own region, but or whether one of the reactors is attacked by us and causes a Chernobyl-like event, that there could be something devastating, and then of course the radiation and could impact for miles and miles and miles and for decades. And so the World Health Organization, rumor has it, is preparing for such an event because they think it is too likely to not be ready for it. So that's where we are. While we're arguing over whether or not he should be held accountable, well, of course he should, because while he's not being held accountable, he is grabbing more and more power, abusing that power, and we are all at risk.
Everyone.
And so, yes, for the sake of the world at this point, we have to bear witness. We have to name what is harmful, and we have to tell the truth.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about. Please like and share this and other episodes of the Queer God Squad.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we're all in this together. Also remember, you're God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.